What's up, ladies and gentlemen? ChuckfinleLP plays Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Colors Part 1. This is the third, or the first mainstream Sonic game, Sonic title for the Wii, the third Sonic exclusive title, and the fifth, at the point of this game being made, Sonic title for the Wii. There's 5 if you count the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games crossovers, and Mario and Sonic at the Winter 2010 Olympic Games had come out a little before this game had come out. So that's why this is the 5th game. This is the third, as I said, it's Sonic exclusive. The first was Sonic and the Secret Rings. The second one was Sonic and the Black Knight. This would be the third. Those other 2 games were spin-offs, however. That is why this is the first mainstream Sonic game. This is story, has story that carries on through the main series of Sonic games. That's why you hear me talk about the main series, which is the main story. If you wanted to follow Sonic the Hedgehog, the game series, as a story, where every time I talk about a main series game, that's what I'm referring to. Spin-off games, however, are where the story is not important to the overall series and has nothing to contribute to the story, and usually doesn't make sense. But you can see here I'm talking over the music, but it's it's okay. We'll hear the music again. That is the main theme of the game. Reach for the Stars, sang by Cash Cash. This is one of the few. This is Cash Cash's first time singing a Sonic theme song, and this is also one of the few games where Crush 40 does not make any music for the game and does not make the main theme for the game. And you can toggle the navigator on or off, but just for Let's Play purposes, I will keep the navigator on because Tails does actually help you out a lot, and he'll point things out that I won't know to talk about right off the bat. But if you heard what Tails sounded like, this is the we'll go for one of these. So yeah, this is really good for new players. It'll tell you a lot. If you're not familiar with the Sonic series, this is an okay game to get started in for that kind of stuff. But if you notice, Tails sounds a lot different than he did in Sonic Unleashed. Well, this is the first game to have I guess the first mainstream Sonic game to have the new voice actors and actresses. The first game that had the new voice actors and actresses would be Sonic Freeriders, which is a Xbox 360 exclusive and a Kinect exclusive. And so this is the homing attack. You can see that you can actually jump longer by crap, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it was Sonic Freeriders was a Xbox 360 exclusive because it used the Kinect features as a part of it. Now, if you notice that green canister that I just passed, that is a wisp power that we cannot gain right now. And you can see the quick time-esque events have returned, but all you have to do is just push a button. They're called trick combos now, and you do not gain a boost by collecting rings or killing. Sometimes if you kill a robot, you'll unleash a wisp that was locked inside of them. That is one way to gain power. But if you want to gain boost, you have to free the white wisps, which is a pain to deal with. That was a Red Star ring. They first debuted in this game. and they've been in the main Sonic series ever since. Now you can see you can actually interact with the background here if you destroy these the numbers and the rank. You can gain rings or lives depending on how you do. And the better the ranks, the you'll gain a life. If you get an A rank, you'll get 1 life. If you get an S rank, you'll gain 3 lives right off the bat. Yeah, which is actually a very useful way to gain lives in this game. But if you've noticed, I've been using a double jump. This is the first time Sonic has had a double jump in the main series of games. I believe he's had a double jump before, but as I said, this is the first game to have. Alright, if you noticed Robotnik talking in the background, I'm not sure how well that that was able to hear that or not. Well, Robotnik was talking about a owner of a white hover car would have to please report to the front office because their vehicle was getting broken into, and then he had to repeat the message twice, and then he realizes, oh, hey, that's my Eggmobile. You will hear Robotnik in the background. You won't be able to hear every single thing that he says. Just because I will be talking over a lot of it, and because they didn't. I guess I forgot to show off the options menu, but there isn't that much. All you can do is just toggle the. I don't think you can actually turn down the volume. You can't turn. Okay, so this is where the double jump is actually talked about. You can actually gain a higher double jump if you wait till you do the spin jump, where you can gain a little bit of extra height, and then you wait until you're right there to be able to use that. But you won't be able to turn subtitles on for what Robotnik says, so you won't be able to actually hear a lot of it. And this is a good reason why you want to save some boost. You can see there I'm gaining a little bit of boost because I'm rescuing some white wisps that are trapped inside of these robots. There won't be. Well, there was a red star ring back in front of that thing. That you do want to be careful. It's pretty rare that there are red star rings back behind the canisters, or I guess what is the equivalent of capsules for this game. You can see there's a life. You can gain a few rings. I don't know the significance of what these rings do in this game that you collect there. I don't believe, because I haven't seen them stack up, like going to a bank or anything like that.
Eggman plus secretly built amusement park equals evil plot for us to foil. Lucky for us, he's not very good at keeping things hidden.
True. It would be pretty hard to miss a giant floating space amusement park surrounded by planets. Still, an evil plot? I don't know.
Wow. Plot or not, can't be mad at this view. This place has taken beauty to the next level. I'm just surprised that it was so easy to sneak in here.
I wouldn't say it was that easy.
Hello, happy people.
So, two things that we've learned there. It would seem like vector, huh? Seems like they. Oh, I don't want to put space. Seems like they will name these for you, but it would seem like the Robotnik built this entire amusement park for, as he said, as a remorse, and the dialogues in this game are very hard to listen to. It's one of the things that a lot of fans didn't care for. Now you can see here, I was trying to let you listen to Robotnik, but you wouldn't be able to hear him. This is the option satellite where we can change the navigator sound. We can change that from English to I believe Japanese. We'll keep it with English. Text we can do Dutch, French, Spanish, Italian, Japanese, and English. We'll keep that on English, and then we'll go up here. I know we can. So how do we change those options up there? Okay, there we go. You can watch movies. You can change your icon or name for your save file, and then you can play with access the Wii's Wi-Fi features. But this is about it for settings-wise. So you cannot actually change the volume for the game, so you won't be able to listen to Robotnik, sadly. But at the end of every video, I will talk about these level facts instead of waiting until the wrap-up video, and then if I can find what Robotnik says, I will definitely show those off. But here you go. You can see really quickly. We have 7 possible acts that we can actually do. I know there's only actually 5 acts in every area. The last act, which is the 7th, is a boss act. There will be a few acts where you can learn wisp powers. If you notice, there is the green wisp power.
Now your quick step mode. Move left and right to dodge obstacles.
This is the what do you call it? Quick step. This is the quick step for this game. It involves you moving if you're using a Wii Classic controller or if you're using a GameCube controller or the Wii Classic remote, like I'm using the GameCube controller. If you're using that, it will be the thumbstick or analog stick, whichever you prefer calling it, to access the quick step mode. I'm not sure what you would actually use with the Wii nunchuck. I don't use the Wii nunchuck. Don't plan on doing so, so I'm not familiar with the control scheme. But you can see here we got some E6 spinners and some egg pawns that have looks like little costumes on, so that means they are park workers. They will be the workers that you will see in the different areas around. See some regular egg pawns, but we've also seen some that look like they were tour guides. There's some tour guides there. A few with signs that will hit you if they get a chance. You do want to be careful of those. But there is no one set of actually dangerous egg pawns that you'll actually see. There is none that shoot you or anything like that. So you don't actually have to worry about those. Just the ones that may get a lucky hit with maybe a spear or a sign or just whatever else they're holding. Alright, let me see. Oh, crap. Oops. I was trying to let you listen to what Robotnik was saying. You can't hear it when there's other things going on in the background, and because you cannot change and because you cannot actually stop the background music and stuff, or sound effects, you won't be able to listen to Robotnik. You'll either have to try to find it online, or just hope a a video points it out, you know, like on YouTube or something, as I said, I will try my best to point it out if I can, you know, if I can find it. Oh, well, we've already been using the stomp attack. You can see that that is the falling animation, falling sign. It, you know, tells you to watch out for a pitfall. They changed it in Sonic Generations, and we saw that in Sonic 4 Episode 2, and we'll see that in Sonic Generations whenever I get to that Let's Play. But this game handles, if you notice there are actually 2 goal rings, so there are, that kind of leads into the multiple paths that have multiple endings. No one ending is better than the other, you know, they're all the same, it's just the paths that you take to get to them. This game plays like the daytime levels for Sonic Unleashed. They've taken a lot of the, not so much assets because they couldn't use the Hedgehog engine for this game. And I'll be right back. Just give me a moment. Alright, so I apologize for the cut. But anyway, so we're here in Act 4. And these acts will be getting us. Okay, well here you go. Really quickly, you can see that it's kind of like a jar up there is moving, and you can attack it to gain a ring. If you continue to attack it, you will gain more and more rings. Oh wait, no, don't. This is a very short act, so you want to be very careful, especially while trying to go after some of these red star rings, especially if you're trying. I guess there was a red star ring down there, wasn't there? But because this is such a short act, you want to try to get through here a little bit faster if you want to get to the S rank. But you can see there, I made it in 33 seconds, and I still couldn't get the S rank. But the S rank. To get the S rank in here, and I'll be quiet here a minute.
Eggman and figure out how catching these aliens fits into whatever heinous plan he's hatching.
And wreck that plan, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much how we spend our time.
Now, the dialogues have gotten progressively worse, and they will only continue to get worse, especially here in Tropical Resort. But I won't talk about that just yet. I'll wait for one of the worst that is going to come up here. But as I was saying about the S rank, and I was talking before I cut about these levels playing like the daytime stages for Sonic Unleashed. Well, just like in Sonic Unleashed, it was very based on time. You had to make sure that you got a lot of. Okay, I was gonna say. You had to make sure that you had a really good time to be able to make it. Well, just like this. Just like in that game, this game is largely based around time, and I've said it before. But I won't be able to get all of the S. But just say it again. Just to get all of the S ranks. Well, I'm gonna try to go for S ranks in this through this first initial playthrough, and then I will make a video or a set of videos dedicated to the red star rings, similar to what I did in Sonic the Hedgehog 4. I didn't mean to do that, but oh well, wasting time. I'm not gonna go out of my way to miss them, and I'm not gonna focus too much on trying to get an S rank. If I get an S rank, I do. If I don't, then I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. but I am going to try and... Oh, crap. Oh. Ooh, spikes down there. Yeah, you want to be very careful about spikes being on the ground like that. And not knowing, not knowing where they are. But I'm not going to try to go after every single red star ring I find, but I'm also not going to try and ruin the experience by trying to go after an S rank. I'm not going to show off every single additional path that you can go along, but it's kind of like with the daytime stages in Sonic Unleashed. I didn't go after every single medal, and I tried to go after higher ranks. Well, that's what I'm going to try to do here, and then I will just save a video or a set of videos, as I just said, for the red star rings. But anyway, so if you notice, like, you can do it kind of like a dash if you don't have any boost, which is actually a very good way to help get you going speed-wise. And you can see here, this is a fairly easy red star ring. At first, it doesn't look all that easy. Now, this one is a little bit harder because these platforms go in a clockwise motion. They will always rotate to the right or clockwise, and you have to keep that in mind while you're trying to go after something like that. You can see here, here's another not quite so difficult red star ring. This is actually one of the few levels where I can get most, if not all, of the red star rings in them. I believe there is one red star ring I cannot actually go after because I need another colored wisp. If you notice the empty wisp containers that are different colors, well, those are just the colors that we need to go after in order to, or those are the colors that you need to do certain things. Like the yellow ones, that's a drill that we won't unlock until the next zone. The purple one we won't unlock until later on in the game. And if you noticed in Act 1 and 2, Act 2 more so than Act 1, there was a lot of empty yellow wisp containers in a lot of areas that we can drill. That's where a lot of secrets such as lives, bunches of rings, or red star rings will be hidden.
23, 24, 25. Not nearly enough aliens. Want us to get more? No, I want you to get me a cheeseburger and a shake. That'll be easier. Cheeseburgers don't run as fast as them little alien varmints. Idiot, get me more aliens. Y'all want fries with that? No, I reckon that hurt a bit. Wait a minute, I need to go over yonder. Sorry. Precious little alien. I'll harness their hyper-go-on power, and then nothing will stop me. I know I say that every time, but this time, really, nothing will stop me. Bullseye. Sonic! Who you calling nothing?
He means since the boss said nothing will stop me, and Sonic here is going to stop him. It's like the boss was calling Sonic nothing.
Great! I thought nobody would get that. Fine. You're so smart, Robot. You take care of this mess. Release the big boy. At least I know he won't screw it up. Hasta bye-bye, sucker!
You can see just how bad the dialogues are. But that is our first boss.
Guess it's time for me to start stopping.
The robot's name is actually called the Rotatron, but I guess Robotnik nicknamed it the Big Boy. Now, what you have to do is you have to homing attack the eye.
Weak point is its face. There in the middle. Use the platforms to get closer.
Now, that's just one way you can do. You can use the cyan wisp. If you notice, it's there. It's here. You can use that to immediately get up there to the eye. If you attack it, you can homing attack the hands, which will damage it a little bit. You can use the boost to try to get around to the top, which is actually pretty easy to do. Or you can use the cyan wisp to Huh. Oh, I guess you have to get on one of those platforms rather than be on the bottom to be able to use the cyan wisp. But I've seen it happen before on videos, and I've used it before. The cyan wisp to attack the eye, and it usually the wisp powers will do extra damage than your regular attacks. If you see here, I may have talked about this before earlier on in the video, but well,
Oh, there you are. Where'd you run off to?
I did a little shopping, grabbed a bite to eat, and trashed a giant killer robot.
Oh, really? And they've got shopping here, too?
This place has everything. Hey, so how's your translator thingy coming along?
I think it's done. It's in binary code, so only I can read it. Okay, ask away.
Who are you, and what is happening to your people?
Okay, he says his name is Talks-a-Lot, and he's from a faraway soda, and where flowers water them with dances.
Yeah, I think your machine still has some bugs.
Yeah, I think I can figure this out, though. Okay, he said his name is Yacker. He's from a race of beings called wisps.
Lisps?
No, wisps with a W.
Yeah, I'll just stick with aliens if that's okay with everybody.
Oh, sure. So anyway, they're either being used for their magical powers by an evil man, or to make underwear to be worn by Salad. You can just hear save them over and over.
When I was running around trashing robots, I saw a map that had a couple of interesting places. Go check them out, and maybe save some aliens.
The boss man said to wrangle every piece of this mess. When you consider what we're doing from a robot's point of view, it's actually pretty impressive.
Don't think about it.
If you say so.
I'm missing an arm. Have you got an arm?
Yeah, but really, how much can it matter?
I guess it can't matter much.
if you see the arm there, that is something to remember for later on in the game. It will actually play not a major role in the game, but it is something that you want to look out for. But so you can see we've unlocked two new areas: the Sweet Mountain Zone and the Starlight Carnival Zone, which we will be doing later on. And something that I would like to try, something that's new because of Robotnik's because of what Robotnik says over the loudspeakers, and you can't hear it. I would like to talk about each individual zone, the trivia for that zone, and I'll go over everything, not just what Robotnik says, but everything that has to do with each individual zone. So, like, I'm going to start off here with Tropical Resort, and I will talk about everything from an overview to the level to each individual act and so on. So what Robotnik says when you are here on the map, you can hear him talking. Next stop, the Tropical Resort. There you'll find breathtaking views from our giant Ferris wheel, amazing deals in the shopping mall, and constant risks of bodily harm. Okay, so Tropical Resort is the first zone of Sonic Colors. It serves as the hotel element of Dr. Robotnik's incredible interstellar amusement park, as well as Sonic and Tails' starting point. It uses beautiful scenery to captivate the player, being right in the middle of a breathtaking view of planet Earth, the stars, and space. The breathtaking view of planet Earth, the stars, and space. While the player blazes through the theme at Mach 5 speeds, it is also a great place to do some interstellar shopping done. The wisps here. The cyan laser is the one that is unlocked. You can also use the yellow drill wisp, the pink spikes wisp, and the purple frenzy wisp. For Act 1, before any opening opening cinematic or even asking for player data, the game throws you straight into Tropical Resort Act 1. This introduces the player to the basic controls of the game, such as jumping, grinding, the homing attack, and the sonic boost. Despite being an introductory stage, there are many areas in this act for the player to explore once he or she unlocks the cyan and yellow wisps later on in the game. Tropical Act 2 is an extension of the previous act, this time focusing primarily on the 2D sections and introducing the player to slower platforming and objects such as fans that will propel Sonic vertically to reach rings, platforms, and wisp capsules. Right before the end of the stage, there is a hill lined with egg ponds scattered in a zigzag pattern along with mirrors that Sonic can ricochet off of, using the cyan wisp to knock all of them out in succession. The act ends with a giant wisp capsule for Sonic to break open. Act 3 introduces the player to the quick step. In the latter part of the act, there is an area full of boxes that Sonic can break through using the stomp attack. Act 4 is a short 2D act. Despite its size, collecting all the red rings in this act requires a bit of exploration. 2 of them can only be reached by using the purple wisp, which isn't unlocked until much later in the game. Act 5 makes use of the cyan wisp, focusing on diamonds that Sonic can ricochet off of and targets that he can break to earn more points. Some of these targets are hidden beneath boxes that can only be reached with using the pink wisp and the cyan wisp. Some diamonds can only be reached by jumping and pointing the laser down. I will be able to show that off later on in the game. I didn't show it off too well there, but maybe I'll show it off. If I can't show it off later on in the game, I will definitely show it off during the Red Star Ring video. Act 6 is a short 2D section as well, similar to the previous two acts. This act introduces rotating platforms and platforms activated by switches. There is also a sealed off section near the end of the act that requires the pink wisp to access. This is one of the few stages that Supersonic cannot be played in due to the lack of enough rings in the upper section. So that's all the individual acts. The boss, the Rototron. This area's boss is a one-eyed robot named Rototron, called Big Boy by Robotnik. The arena consists of a circular frame that extends all the way around the rest of the level, and platforms that orbit the center and spin occasionally to attack the boss. You have to either homing attack the eye or use the cyan laser on any part of the boss. Hitting the eyes or arms is most effective. The boss attacks by grabbing at you if you are on the frame, or shooting spinning shuriken-like bombs at you if you're on the platforms. The boss is defeated after 2 to 4 hits. Robotnik's quotes for this game, for this level: please refrain from throwing coins, trash, or small children into the reflecting pools. With Sonic the Hedgehog, please report to the security office. Sonic the Hedgehog, please report to the security office. We found your keys. Yes, that's it. We found your keys. No need to be ready for a trap, since we only want to return your keys. The unfiltered starlight from the lovely constellations above is full of deadly radiation. Help yourself to our complimentary SPF 3000 star block, and by complimentary, I mean quite expensive. With the owner of a white hover car shaped like an egg, please report to the front desk. Your car has been broken into. Repeat, with the owner of a white hover car shaped like an egg, please report to the front desk. Your car has been broken in. Wait a minute, what the heck? Notice the lovely planet floating in the sky above you, soon to be the property of Robotnik well, I guess he says Eggman Enterprises. Please refrain from foiling evil schemes, plots, and or plans while inside the park. Foiling is strictly prohibited. Enjoy every moment in the luxurious grounds, as they might be your last, especially if you're a meddlesome hedgehog or his fawning sidekick. No aliens were harmed in the process. No aliens were harmed in the creation of this park. They were all harmed after the park was created. Please do not be concerned if you encounter any screaming aliens. The screams are how they communicate. Really, I promise. He just thinks he's so cool, doesn't he? Referring to Sonic. Please refrain from teasing the robots, as they are very sensitive and require expensive maintenance. We here at Eggman's Incredible Interstellar Amusement Park consider ourselves the universe's first fully green amusement park, although the green is from all the nausea and vomiting, but still green is green. Please feel free to fill out a brief survey after your visit. Your opinions matter to us. Unless you didn't have any fun, then we don't care. The foliage you see was pilfered from various environmentally fragile planets. Please enjoy them, as they are the last of their kind. The following rides are closed for repairs. The free money ride, it's an all-you-can-eat world, and pick a car, any car. Please feel free to leave any valuables in your vehicle during your stay at Eggman's Incredible Interstellar Amusement Park, as they will be perfectly safe. In no way will roaming bands or robots break into your vehicle. During one of the cutscenes, welcome to Eggman's Interstellar Amusement Park, where you can enjoy 5 planets for the price of 1. During the cutscene, hello, happy people, buckle up, as Eggman's ultra-accelerating space elevator whisks you to an interplanetary wonderland of fun. During another cutscene, the amusement park has been constructed entirely out of a sense of remorse for my past transgressions and is in no way associated with any sort of evil plot or premeditated misdeeds. Now here is the trivia for the Tropical Resort and Planet Wisp are the only areas to have different bosses for each version of the game. The DS. Well, I'm not going to talk about the DS version of the game. I'll wait for that till the wrap-up video. In the areas where Sonic can use the yellow drill to drill underground, the visual patterns resemble the patterns on the land masses of Palm Tree Panic and Sonic CD. The music for Rototron has the same opening sound as Deep Chorus in Sonic Rush Adventure, except it was used more frequently. Robotnik announces that Wisp were harmed only after the park was constructed, but Planet Wisp is still under construction. However, he may have just been referring to Tropical Resort itself. Tropical Resort is the world with the least amount of wisps, with 4 in the Wii version and 1 in the DS version, totaling 5. I guess just 4 in the Wii version. Tropical Resort is a playable stage in the 3DS version of Sonic Generations, with red and cyan wisps being available in that game. In one cutscene in Tropical Resort, a park map resembling the Sonic Colors menu can be seen in the background. Occasionally, the player can discover alternate goal rings through which to exit the acts. In Act 4, if the player keeps the yellow wisp and then burrows under where the goal ring is, a rail can be grinded on underneath, leading to an area containing orange boosters and an extra ring. However, another goal ring is placed out right after the loop, preventing the player from exploring any farther. Tropical Resort may have been based on the Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada. On a side note, there is a hotel and casino named the Tropicana Resort. So that's all that's everything for the game. So I thank you for watching. The challenge of the video is how many how many enemies did I kill in the entire Tropical Resort zone, whether it be egg pawns, spinners, everything. So, I will be doing the Sweet Mountain Zone in part 2, so until then, later everyone.